Okay, welcome back to some more Curse of Manchas. I'm your host, BGLP33, coming at you like Cleopatra. I'm enjoying this one. I hope you are too. Battle, battle. There's, okay. Possibly. Death spell. So for air, the earth, who is the earth? Okay. Earth, yes. Earth is worthy. So I'm not even. Giant. Where's Giant? Earthy. Earth creatures. Earthy. Like a tree. Yeah. Like a rabbit. Where's wood? Okay. Good. Get rid of that. Save it. Life with death cards. That's me on death. Death. Life. Angel. Death. Angel. Life. Creature. Oh no. Yeah. That's well. That's fun. So, if it's life there, isn't it? Let's go. cracker once. Da-da-da. Who's life? Angel. Where's life, Angel? Angel. so alright, let's do some visual novel stuff. Oh my lord. Let's go death. One thing I've learned about life from previous two incidents is it has its ups and downs. It's full of bittersweet events. Although the last one was mostly good memory, I have premonition that the one I get to see next will be bad. Even so, I want to witness it. I want to see what turned my life upside down and thrust me into the position I am in now. Dead and forgotten. I only have the memories I've collected on my life and myself, and that's only if I believe what I'm being showed. It's hard to see yourself as a bad guy, someone that society doesn't approve of, someone who inspires fear. Was there anyone who loved me for being me? It's hard to process, but I feel like I was alone throughout my whole life. Who would even want to be by my side if I turned to be a gangster? They play games with death and nobody loves death. I guess it's time to see what a surprise this box has in store for me next. Time to meet myself once again. I stopped wasting time and opened the box's lid. The melodic tune I'd grown accustomed to is gone, and the fog that rolls out of the box is more grey than before. Am I going the right way? Everywhere I look there's nothing but fog blocking my view. I miss the music. I hadn't realised how much it calmed my nerves. I'm on the edge right now and my insides are churning with anxiety. Over what? I have no idea. It's over more than going into an unknown situation though. Boss, should we kill him? A deep husky male voice reaches my ears as the air around me slowly starts to clear. I am in an alley surrounded by some dangerous looking mobsters. What's going on? Something is different this time. I don't look like the one holding power anymore. I seem more like a victim this time, helpless and at the mercy of these mobsters. Give me some time, Mr. Xavier. I will repay the debt soon. Please, I just need some time. Seems Lady Luck has turned on me. Now I'm the one seeking mercy from someone in power, pitifully begging for my life. It's easy to feel for myself, for the Ace that looks so distraught and helpless. 2 days, Ace, 2 days. If you can't hand me my money back by then, your life is over. This person has a dominating aura, just like the one Ace had in that first memory. It's just as terrible too. Xavier, or whatever his name, looks like someone she used to never cross. Why the hell did I take money from him then? Was it really that desperate? What kind of trouble did I get into? Did it have something to do with all that gambling? This is so fucked up. Ace is trying to put on a brave face, but his demeanour is telling another story. He can't hide the fact that he's afraid of Xavier. Once Xavier and his goons are gone and Ace is alone, he lets out a sigh and leans on the wall behind him. For the first time I see myself as a lonely and vulnerable person. Where were those guys from the first memory, or those girls who were swarming like bees around Ace in that club? Did they ditch him at this crucial time? Were they even friends? Fuck my life. Screaming in anger and agony, Ace runs his fingers through his jet black hair and huffs. Our surroundings are dark and there is no one beside him except me. I guess I can't technically count myself though, can I, seeing as I'm dead? Ace's boots make heavy clapping sounds against concrete pavements as he rights himself and starts dragging his body over to an unknown path. He mumbles something under his breath and curses himself for borrowing money from Xavier. It seems I was right. Ace is addicted to gambling. This idiot sold his every belongings for the chance to win thousands, and when that wasn't enough, he accepted help from Xavier. No wonder I am dead. My stupidity is probably what ended up killing me. Woof woof. Ace stumbles across a stray dog who appears just like him, lonely and sad. I gave him food. Oh, look at you, you poor little thing. Taking the dog into his lap, Ace plays with it like a child playing with his favourite toy. For the first time, a smile I see across his face is a genuine one. The dog wags its tail and Ace smiles, brightened even more. It's easy to forget the previous encounter, and for a moment I do, choosing to enjoy this moment where two lost souls are able to offer each other some semblance of comfort. Ace digs into his pocket and pulls out a half-eaten crust of bread. He offers it to the dog, who accepts it eagerly. Ace then pats its head and stands up. He watches the dog for a few seconds and it devours the food wholeheartedly. Maybe I wasn't a bad guy to start with. The more I look at myself, the more confused I get. Who is the real me? Is it the gangster guy who loves seeing others helpless and crying? The gambler enjoys his evening winning poker games and being showered in affection. Or is it simpler than that? Is it this guy I'm seeing now, the one that's imperfect, but still trying to be a decent human being? Deep down in my heart, that's the one I'm hoping I am. It's not grand or noteworthy, but this is a version of me that I can connect with. Well, I just can't sit idly and make a fuss. I've got some money to make, and once I repay Xavier, I'm out. I will leave gambling behind once and for all. Then there is determination in his voice, and I like it. If Ace wants to do it the hard way, then the hard way it is. Bloop, 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 bloop. I return to Mercurio's home, sliding through the wall as if I'm a ghost. Mercurio looks up from what he's doing and laughs a bit. It took you long enough, heh. You're not the kind of person I want to intrude on. Doesn't knocking usually take care of that? I roll my eyes and swallow my own sassy comment. It's too easy to get wrapped up in sarcastic conversation with him that ends up being an argument. Which means it's better to move forward as quickly as possible so we can go into memory as friends or allies would. Then again, I don't know if we're even close to being friends at this point. Or if I want to be. That's for later. I work the memory box and the scene drops around us. We get a quick montage showing him graduating college at the top of his class, easily doing better than anyone else in the history of the school had. But rather than pursue a science degree like everyone expected, he starts racing. I blink a few times as we see him working on a full-size car, his face and shirt covered in sweat. Good thing I got that patience so I can focus on this. He says it to himself in the memory and then pats the side of the car. You're a real challenge to figure out, sweetheart. But the car has no wheels. Instead, it seems to use magnets or something to work. In Mercurio's memory, I see all the schematics for the patient and the way that it's used by others, not just him. It's so far beyond my understanding, though, that it might as well be in a foreign language. Hell, a dead language for that matter. Flying cars? You would think that, heh. It's clearly hovering, not flying. I roll my eyes again, but don't bother commenting. We watch as Mercurio becomes famous and rich. He's in magazines, he's recognised everywhere he goes, and men and women want him constantly. They scream and beg for his attention. They're willing to do everything for just 5 more minutes of his time. It doesn't matter what they offer him, they all get tossed to the side once he's done. He doesn't let them stay the night, he doesn't let them have a phone number. He tells them to keep the memories and be done with him. One woman stares at him, her eyes watering. What do you mean? Mercurio sighs and shakes his head. He's only wearing boxers, and I think I might be drooling a little, but that's beside the point. He looks pissed. Do I have to spell it out? You and me? I'm one and done. We did the one. Now we're done. But it's as simple as that. Leave. He shuts the door on in her face and looks at his schedule for the day. He has training, building, a safety check, dinner with some investors, and no plaything for the night. He starts sending a message and the memory fades around us. I lean my head to the side, trying to figure out how the mad scientist I know and rich playboy can possibly be the same person. I can understand why he did it. I'm surprised, but I get it. Mercurio arcs an eyebrow at me, his lips set in a firm line. That you chose to become a racer, I mean. I was able to follow that, thanks. I nod. You went from a loner that was picked on constantly to the man that people fight over and meet. That's a huge change. I bet it made you happy. Mercurio leans his head to the side as if he's not sure. He rubs his jaw. I'm rather surprised myself, honestly. It's strange to say it, but I don't know how my brain worked in my last life. I stay quiet, hoping he'll continue without me distracting him. I remember it was out-inspired, or perhaps more accurately, for revenge. Revenge? Of course, it felt good back then. I didn't have any regrets about the decision. I may have felt a bit empty for some of the time, but everyone feels like that occasionally, right? It's hard to argue with that assessment. And I did do it to prove that I wasn't just a lonely nerd, but I didn't get much pleasure of rubbing their faces in it. It was all a psychological thing. Maybe it was a way to protect myself and get revenge all in one. Huh, that's pretty insightful. You sound surprised. I keep expecting there to be a limit to your eloquence. He chuckles and shakes his head. Never, but I'm curious to know what happens next. He salutes me mockingly, and I wave as I head home, thinking about all that Mercurio might have been in his past life. Kraken. I'm back at Kraken soon enough. I grin as I walk through the door and find him staring at the ship in the bottle. Leaning my head to the side, I join him, looking through from the other side. Hello. You're not the type to knock anymore. When you leave the door open for me, it seems like an invitation I can't refuse. Kraken stands and looks over the bottle until it's focused on me and only me. He studies me just like that ship, and for a moment I feel completely exposed. I swallow. You're an interesting one, Ace. You said that before. Is it a compliment? It's a statement. Then he smiles slightly and motions me deeper into the room. This is the most small talk we've had, and it's left me with just as many questions as our deeper conversations tend to. It's like no matter what we discuss, I'm still left in some uncertain grey area. Are you ready? Yes, thank you. Let's see the next. I crack the music box and we're dragged in. On the ship again, we watch as another species appears in the sky above. A human bird mix drops from the sky, wings behind her as she walks forward on the deck and meets Kraken on the wooden ranks between the ship and shore. Based on the scenery, it looks like Kraken's people have rolled far from the sea. There are full towns behind the woman with feathers. They have ships, armies, homes, and they are continuing to grow enough to take even the sky. I believe you're expecting me. A delegate, yes. I've come to ask, to speak for my kind. Your kind conquer and build. We want only the freedom to continue our way of life. We ask you to protect us with laws, to protect our traditions. Kraken smiles and calms slightly, and he sighs. I understand your request. I understand your suffering. Thank you. And I hear your worries. But you must understand our position as well. She takes a step back, nervously glancing behind her to see the men and women there. All of them, Kraken's race. She glances back to the sky where an airship cruises by. You've won everything. We're only asking to live as we have within the confines you've set. Kraken takes a step forward towards her and slowly gives her a once-over, head to toe and back. We are generous enough to let you remain alive. Is that not enough for you? Must you all be greedy for more? It's not. You have my answer. Take it to your people and remember your place. He takes another step forward, no trace of kindness on his face. Then she lifts into the cloud, blocked out by the glint of the sun that burns away the memory altogether. You really were a general in past life? I'm surprised you were a general in a past life. It slips out of my mouth before I can stop it, but it's not untrue. He's always been so calm and relaxed, so even clear and firm focused. It's just you're so you, and you aren't bad or wrong at all. It's just I never would have bet that you were suited for the role of a leader and be a successful general. How do you see me? Calm, relax. You don't let your emotions influence you much. I've never seen you like how you are in the memory. What you described is perfect for a leader. I am, unaffected by my personal feelings when there's something larger at play. I never act on impulse. I think things through and get the job done. Isn't that what a leader needs to be successful? I can't seem to find a way to argue with that, but I stay silent a moment longer, but Kraken takes a slow breath. Spit it out. You were in the highest position, right? A leader. A general. You were successful. Yes, I think that's been clear, and the other memories I have stirring in my head back it up. Well, you know what they say about men in positions like that. They're not really short on enemies. Your point? I stare at him a moment too long. He's not stupid. He must see what I do based on the memory we just saw. He clearly wasn't making friends. He wasn't playing nice. I clear my throat and take a slow breath. You probably had your life ended by an enemy. You put yourself in that position. It's like begging them to come to you. It's likely, but there's only one way to find out. He doesn't seem bothered at all. I shake my head slightly, then walk after the door. Until next time, then. Fun as always, Ace. I keep turning his memory over in my head, wondering who Kraken really is and who he'll be when we finish going through all the parts of him he's forgotten. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bitty, bitty. Angel watches me as I move to the music box again. She bites her lips and then sits on the floor, eyes up and ready for the memory to move into place. I don't bother to give her warning or ask if she's ready. I let the memory take over, and we see Angel talking with a guard. He has more of a face than any of the others have had. I'm sorry about this, Angel. I wish I had better food for you today. Thank you. Have you tried to fly at all? It sounds stupid to ask, but I'd love to see you free. The conversation continues. Angel leans against the door, ignoring the 2 slices of bread and cheese that is waiting for her in favour of their conversation. Like a montage, their conversation fades out. In lieu of it, we get Angel's growing smile, a visual repetition of her rising spirits. Whenever there's there to talk to her, eventually we learn his name is Theon. Finally, the sound returns as normal as Angel strokes the heavy metal door. I wish you could see the sunset with me, it's beautiful. Tired of describing it to me? It's like laughing, his voice warms my body. I see both angels smile in response. The one in the memory sighs. I only get to see the mean man. I miss real people. I miss people who give me something more than falling to hope for. The door unlocks and a handsome woman walks in. He glances behind him, then locks the door. Sitting on the floor with Angel, he stays just out of her reach, but her grin says it all. It's the most kindness she's gotten since arriving in the prison. As they watch the sunset together, he leans towards her. If anyone asks, I snuck off to eat your stale food. If anyone asks, I've never seen your face. But her love-struck smile is tainted by her hand reaching for his belt. In that moment, I'm sure he's going to notice, grab her, and make her pay for her betrayal. Instead, his smile widens and his fingers pull something from his belt. It looks like a thin knife, but not exactly the kind a killer would have, but definitely not something any of the guards would approve of her having. As the sun lowers in the sky, guard stands, strokes Angel's cheek, then bends down to kiss her. She allows it, her hand stroking over his body. She steals something else, but it's clear she doesn't notice this time. He licks his bottom lip. Dinner was sweet tonight. Angel giggles and watches him exit with a gentle expression. As soon as he shuts the heavy door, Angel's face goes to a hard mask. No trace of affection lingers once he's out of sight. It's as if it's a ploy to get out. I can't quite put the pieces together, but it's obvious that Angel isn't someone to underestimate. He is smart to use his feelings against him. Angel's eyes flicker me and then to ground. She shrugs and picks at one of her wings. I had to do something to help myself, even if She trails off again, her eyebrows furrowing as if she knows what she wants to say but doesn't want to admit to it. Even if I feel guilty about it. It's not like I'm ready to open the door just because you ask sweetly. But how am I any better if I manipulate people? It was your life on the line. We're trying to survive, Angel. If anything, you should be furious with him. What kind of romance starts when one of the people can't escape? She nods and picks herself up off the floor. She rolls her shoulders back and meets my eyes in a way that seems more controlled than natural. I had to do it, but I don't have to like it. No one lives an innocent life, and that man was definitely no saint. She walks me to the front door and nods as she lingers a moment. There's no rush. Whenever you're ready, I'll come back. I'll be here. Thank you. I need to find a bit of peace first, even if I know it'll only last until the next memory. If you need peace, then I'll come find you. Maybe you can teach me to pray. Angel smiles and takes my hand, her gentle fingers sliding against mine. Maybe we can teach each other. Next time I visit Azura, she wants to start immediately, no time for small talk. This time things look slightly different. It is still the same place, but it feels off. Azura starts confidently walking forward, as if she is melting into the vision itself, as if she is living through the memory. There we are in the middle of a dirty hallway with torches placed upon each wall. The light of the fire illuminating our path as we keep on walking. At first there is nothing other than the endless path of semi-darkness and barely visible light that bounces off the stone walls, floor and ceiling. Right when I'm about to ask where we are going, the rattling of cage pulls me out of my thoughts. My eyes widen in surprise and I quickly take a look to my left where the sound is coming from. Realization suddenly hits me. We are in the castle's dungeon. There is a chained-up man with hollow cheeks. His bony fingers are wrapped around the bars of the prison that he keeps shaking. His voice is dry and his lips are chapped. He looks awful. His body is on the brink of collapse. He's so thin. I look back at Azura, though her pace hasn't changed. It's almost as if she's ignoring the prison's existence and is adamant on following something or someone. This isn't like her. I lightly jog toward her and can see that she is indeed following someone. It is a tall man whose face I can't see, but there is an aura of familiarity around him. I know that I've seen him before, but I can't put my finger on where exactly. Suddenly both her and the man stop in their tracks. We reach the end of the hallway where there is a big, mostly empty cage. This must be the destination Azaria had in mind, but I don't know whether she wanted to come here or was simply led along. Then we see her. We see Azaria, her past self. She looks very similar to her afterlife counterpart. She has pale skin and she wears royal clothes. They are much heavier and more colourful than what she's wearing now, though. This meeting was bound to happen eventually. Azaria stops for a moment when she sees herself. Then she places herself near a wall. It's a good spot to view what's happening from. Inside the cell, there is another chained-up man. His hands are bound together with manacles and his feet are rooted to the floor. It's impossible for him to escape, let alone move more than a few feet. Conveniently, the chain is long enough for him to be able to walk to the edge of the cage once Azaria and the shadow man reach the door. The hell do you want? I glance at Azaria. Our eyes meet for a brief moment before she turns to the prisoner. The shadow of a man is standing next to me, leaning against the wall. I can tell that his hands are crossed, but I still can't see his face. We were enemies once. She puts her hand against the bar. And now, I defeated you. Yeah, that's what you think, you fucking bitch. Whoa, what's this guy's problem? I'm scared to look back at Azaria since I'm a little afraid that I'll end up being the victim of her wrath. After all, this is a death wish to insult the queen, let alone Azaria herself. You were a bastard. You spread rumours about me. You tried to steal the crown, thinking me unfit to rule, and even so, you would try to make me the villain. How frustrating. You have not changed at all, Ivan. She moves back from the cage and shakes her head. She's not as mad as I thought she'd be. You've not changed either, your highness. Still so gullible and stupid. Just a little girl, a pawn in the grand scheme of things, but you still not realise. Ha! He starts maniacally laughing. The sound echoes throughout the chambers, surrounding us entirely. It's eerie, so much so that it makes my skin crawl. You killed your own father. That's one of the worst crimes you can commit. Your words mean nothing to me, you murderer. Aha, you think I killed my father? He punches the walls while laughing. There's a quiet crack that can be heard, but he doesn't react. His eyes are locked with Azaria's. Where were you, princess, during the battle? Were you not there with a bloody sword, bathed in the blood of my father, in hand, killing your own men? Ivan moves closer to the door of the cage, pressing his face against the bars. His voice turns into a whisper. You know, rumour has it that you also killed your mother, but I wouldn't put it past you considering you go around to kill people's parents for fun. Silence, liar. You will sit here and rot until the end of your days. Azaria's voice is calm. However, when she turns around, she looks shaken. She holds her forearm with one of her hands and her shoulders are slouched in despair. Her eyes are staring off into the distance. How did it come to this, Ivan? She asks the question quietly. The torture, the humiliation I put you through. I didn't mean to, I didn't want to. I turned you into a fool for everyone to see. She begins walking away. Ivan is no longer laughing, and the previous prisoners calm down as well. I give my full attention to Azaria this time. We exit the dungeon a few seconds later, and I leave Azaria on her own to rest once more. I can't help but think back on the mysterious prisoner Ivan and the things he said. It is impossible to picture Azaria as such a monster. She is sometimes snobby and mean, and she probably would kill someone for her ideals, but torture defeated enemies? No, that's not possible. Try to cheer her up. I want to say something to cheer her up, but my mouth obliges before I have a chance to think it through. I don't think being humiliated by you is such a bad thing. I know I'd like it. She gives me a look of both confusion and disgust. I can see her cheeks begin to redden though. She's embarrassed by my dark humour and flirting. Don't say things like that. I can't help but let out a breathless chuckle at the display. She's so cute and very quick to scold me. Azaria looks distant, lost in her thoughts, so I leave her. I know she needs some time to think. Just one more now. Ash. Back to Ash. I've given Ash longer than I can bear. I feel angsty worrying about him even while trying to fill my time with other things. Finally I return to his home. I knock once and the door opens. Ash sits there, lightly strumming his guitar. It's too slow to be a song. Hey dude, are you writing something new? Just keeping my fingers busy. He smiles at me easily and sets the guitar to the side. As he stands and motions me forward, I feel him behind me. As I go on to the music box, his warmth, his hidden intensity. I shiver and quickly focus on the music box. Ready? Kick it. The memory starts up and we're sucked into an even darker moment in his past. Ash and Eliza, both dressed in black, are holding one another. Eliza collapses against Ash, clawing his button up as she sobs. I can't take it, Ash. I can't. Please, Dad, Mom. We'll get through it together, Eliza. The funeral was only hours ago. Neither of the siblings are able to stand up on their own. Ash keeps looking to his private bag that holds all his drugs and paraphernalia. He bites his lip, then refocuses on Eliza, trying to be a good big brother. Ash, I can't take it. Please help me. Eliza, she sniffs and her face is so devastating that Ash doesn't have the hope of resisting her. She's begging for relief, and if she's begging him, it means that she needs drugs to get by. Not that Ash isn't any place to judge, considering he keeps eyeing his powder bag. Ash swallows and then pets Eliza's head. There's a cut in the memory, and Ash sits, hands her a bottle of pills, tells her to only have one at a time because refills are hard, and sits up with her as she takes one. Rather than leaving, he pets her hair as she pops the pill and then lays in his lap. Eliza sniffs. I love you, Ash. I love you always. The memory shifts and we see Ash is clearly well off. He throws whole parties with people he knows and doesn't know. He tours and takes advantage of his connections to ensure he's never without his drug of choice, not to mention providing for his sister. A montage of footage follows of him partying, snorting and playing music. It comes to a stop after he gets a text from Eliza. We see him join her and they do their drug of choice before laying together and watching TV. Ash brushes his fingers through Eliza's hair. You know, some of your old friends are just there to take advantage. I know that you're not one of them. Eliza is silent for a while, then curls herself closer to Ash. She mumbles something that sounds suspiciously like a disagreement, but Ash doesn't push. What can he say? That he wishes she wasn't taking more and more pain pills to numb herself? That useless comment? And it would make him a hypocrite unless he's willing to toss his powder to the side? And he's not. I love you, Eliza. I love you too, dummy. The glow of the TV they're watching grows into the memory, whites out and disappears. I can barely process what I want to say. What a lovely family scene. Two people doing drugs together. Ash's face goes red and he corners me, pointing it like he's going to stab my face with his finger. You don't know anything about the situation. What you saw was just the tip of the iceberg. And that excuses using drugs to cope. I took the pain away in an impossible situation and we stayed together. His face is almost purple, his fury at a height I've never seen. He pants as we glare at each other. I shake my head at him and lower my voice, soften my tone. Even in the darkest moments, drug abuse isn't the solution. Ash steps back and takes a deep breath. He pushes his hair out of his face and swallows, trying to shrug off the tension. I know, but at the time it's all I knew. It's the only way I knew how to help her. It's sad you were a witch. You couldn't have or do anything. Don't hold back now. I swallow and shrug. It's sad to me that you were wasting your life like that, especially considering it hurts, but I want to find out what happens next. It doesn't let me mention Eliza, and I don't blame him. I can understand his concern. I'll wait for you, dude. I throw Ash a hug and I welcome his arms around me. He smells like leather and something spicy. Curry. I hesitate before walking out, even though I know Limbo has its limitations. I'm worried about him. And that'll do for this part. Join me again for more Curse of Mantras next time. And whatever you're doing today, make sure you have a lovely one. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.